Okay, so you got your fancy new inexpensive Baofeng UV-5R, and you've come to figure out that programming frequencies and channel names are a pain in the arse. So let's get you started with something that makes it quite painless. So to get started, what you want to do, if you're watching this before you get a Baofeng, get yourself one of these USB cables to program. It makes it so much simpler. So what you want to do, as soon as you get everything situated, just plug in the USB cable into a hub or directly into your Windows 10 machine. You'll see that in Device Manager, I've got it pulled up here just for example, ports COM and LPT. You'll see that there's a USB serial channel 340 COM9. So that's the COM that we're going to want to select in Chirp, the program we're going to use to program the radio. Great program. Props to the folks over there that make this so easy. So once again, we're going to open up Chirp. There's nothing really on the first bit of it, so what you want to do is get your radio plugged in. If it's a fresh radio and a fresh cable, you want to make sure you use a little bit extra force to plug this in, because it feels like the first time for me, it felt like it actually plugged in correctly, but really give it a good push and make sure it's seated well, because I was like, what the heck? I can't get this radio to clone. So we've got the radio on. I've seen in a lot of other videos that people are turning the volume all the way up. They're finding a quiet frequency, squelch all the way up, volume all the way up. I mistakenly ran into this. Actually, I'm like, I don't know, like I just clicked it on and laid it down. I forgot, honestly, about the volume all the way up, and it programmed. I'm gonna say I recommend that instead of turning your volume all the way up. You may need to, but for me on these, it worked on 2 radios. I bought 2 of these, one for my fiance and one for myself. Programmed just fine. So as we can see here, in Chirp, hit radio, download from radio, select the COM. It's not going to be on Baofeng, it's going to be on like a Linko. So you want to go down here, hit Baofeng. It's not going to be on UV-5R either, it's going to be on some other weird one. And UV-5R is actually middle top area instead of bottom. Hit OK. Cloning, and you'll see that it's a red light when it reads. Red when it reads, green when it's programming. So once this is done, you immediately want to go up here. This is a reset radio, and it's got a frequency from before when I was programming it, messing around. I'm starting fresh, so get rid of that. That may not be there. It may be there. It's whatever they save generically first. And you want to save this. We're going to save it to desktop. You can name it whatever you want related to, the Baofeng UV. I'm just going to save this. That's what I do. So there you've got an image right here. You save this, back it up. I save it as blank, so then I can start, you can clone this and then have different lists, so you can program it for going out camping or going out on a trip or a special event ham radio wise. So after that's said and done, I really like the radio query data source repeater book political query. This is going to give you all your selections for ham radio frequencies, which is fantastic. All the states. I have no idea other than Arizona or New York. So Arizona, we want to go to like Apache County. Let's see what's on 440, right? So it gives you this new tab up here, repeater book, and you just take this, just check, see this DIG mode. I'm unfamiliar. I've been away from ham radio for quite a few years, and we're gonna look. So click the first one, hold shift, click the last one. If you don't want to use these frequencies with DIG, hold control, click, Control, copy after that. You'll go back to the Baofeng, click on 0, Ctrl-V. That's all it is to get that to be able to program to your radio. So we can do it now, but what we want to do is, now that we have all the 440, let's go back, radio, query data source, repeater book, political query, Apache. Let's do the 2 meter side, because this radio is dual band. We want 2 meters at 440, or 2 meters, 70 centimeters. So it's going to pop up another tab, repeater book. Here is everything, just check it's all FM, because it will not import if it's DIG. So once again, click 1, hold shift, click 8, control copy. This is the easy way, 5, Ctrl-V. And there we go. Okay, so that's done. Now check out manual entry. You click on it, you can click on it once. I've noticed sometimes you'll get an error. If you click on it, hit space, that works too. You can do one, let's say you want simplex for 2 meters, 146.520. We don't want to, you could do tone mode. You could do like just regular tone. You just click on the blank spots. You can see all the tones. This, I think you can make this a little bit bigger via up here so you can actually see the tone you want to select. There we go. 79.1. Oh, Interesting. There is no 71.9. Excuse me. Duplex, none, FM, frequency, or a power, low. And that's it. You can enter in whatever frequency you want. Like, let's say, 446.0. Yeah, anything you want. Within range of the radio, of course. Okay, let's hit 15. Radio. Import from stock config. Now, this is super nice for the folks that developed this, the group that did this, because they included all the nice frequencies like NOAA Weather Radio, FRS and GMRS, US Marine VHF channels, US MERS channels. Like, this is awesome. Like, all you have to do, radio, import from stock config, and there you go. That's all you got to do. Click it. This will come up. The only thing you got to pay attention to, see how it says you can't just click OK. You've got to actually use this and slide where they're going to go. So we're going to do 15, so we want to do plus 10, and then another 5, plus 5. See how we aligned it up from 1 to 15. To me, that was a little confusing at first just because I was in such a hurry, but that's how that works. Now we click OK. And so 15 on, you'll see FRS 1, 2, 3. See, it's all there. So now at 67, radio, import from stock config. We want NOAA Weather Radio. So 10 channels, we want to go down to 60, so plus 60. See 61, 67, so we'll bring it to 67. That's where it's going to land. 67, okay. So now we can see down at 67, GMRS, and then we're into our NOAA Weather Radio. That's all it is. It's so nice, guys. Save as, and you can be like, hey, this is my config for this day, and this is what I'm going to be doing, save. And you'll see you'll get another image, specifically what you saved it as. You'll open, and you'll see that it's the same thing right here. It's nice how it's tabbed like this. That is super nice how this program is written. Okay, enough of that. We're all set. We have all the frequencies we want. You can manually do whatever you want for your local police and EMT, fire, all that stuff. Now we want to program. And you'll see here, radio, upload to radio. It's going to keep what you had before to read, but it's going to ask you what comment in case something changed or you had to move something. I don't know, that's kind of nice. Okay, and you'll see the green blinking light. That was under a minute, easy, no problem. So let's go back to our radio. It'll reset, as you can see there. We'll unplug it. So if your radio is reset and you're back to Chinese, it's going to be menu number 14. You're going to hit menu. You're going to hit up or down, menu, and then you're back to English. That's how you get back there. Okay, so we're all programmed up. The thing you're going to notice, you're still on frequency mode. You'll go to VFO MR.
Channel mode.
And you'll see that you have all your channels and stuff like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
How do I know which one? You know, you're kind of thinking to yourself, well, that's cool, I've got all my things, but wasn't there a name back here? You can see the names of the frequencies. So hit menu. It's going to be, MDF-A menu 21, and you can actually enter that in. If you're in a different thing, you hit menu and then 21, and it will bring you here. Menu again, and then you can change it to name or channel. So it will stay channel, like on the right there. We want name.
Confirm.
And then hit menu again, exit. Now you'll see the name you gave it.
1, 1, 1, 2, 1.
I'm going to do this. And then see FRS1, FRS2. It's so nice. That's how fast and easy it is to program this thing with Chirp and the cable. One last tip I want to show you is, this has a FM radio on it as well. That's something I didn't show you with programming, but let's say you just want to listen to the FM radio. See this little button here? Just tap it, don't hold it, and there you're on FM. With that, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.